possessions. So if you're Ball State, you don't want to play into Illinois State's hands.
Gene Grimshaw, Roland Simmons, Brian McNally, the officials working this afternoon's game, and we are underway here at Redbird Arena. Illinois State in their home whites, Ball State in their road gray uniforms. This is Chapman. It rolls in. Good start for Cy Chapman.
Yeah, the Redbirds should have a fairly good advantage in the paint. As I mentioned, Ball State, they want to shoot the three a lot. Defensively, you want to get out on them as they are right now. Make them work into the paint. Remember, this Redbirds defense is top 10 in the country in block shots right now, so they protect the rim very well.
This is Sparks trying to create. He works on Chapman. His shot won't go, and Reeves comes away with it for Illinois State.
You like seeing a guy like Reeves getting the rebounding glass early for Illinois State there defensively, as they got the worst defensive rebounding rate in the Valley.
Fleming down to Lewis, who's fouled as he tried to put up a shot from in close.
Ball State foul charge to number 12, Jalen Sellers, his first team foul. Kendall Lewis is the line for the
Lewis, the junior from Georgia, the Appalachian State transfer, played 9 games a year ago for Appalachian State, so he's already played more games at Illinois State this season than he did all of last year, and we're not even halfway through this season.
He's been very good defensively so far for the Redbirds. He's blocked 12 shots, 12 steals in that offense. Getting close to 10 points a game now.
Yeah, Dan Mulder really likes Lewis's ability to play defense. Redbirds double team on Sparks. And it was Lewis that tried to hack it away. Bumbelow now open. His three is rimming out. Freeman. Now it's Fleming in transition. Lewis with an offensive rebound. In traffic, he puts it back up and in.
Well, there's a good early offense run by the Redbirds in transition. Mentioned they want to get that pace up there. They do. They get an easy shot initially, and the putback well done by Illinois State offensively.
Dan Muller's team looking for a nice home stand here. They're playing 3 games in 8 nights. Had a victory on Tuesday against Quincy. Have this game, and then we'll play on Tuesday of next week against UTSA, Texas San Antonio. So 3 games in 8 days before the Redbirds have a little break for Christmas. Bumbelow's going to try again. His pull-up jumper is no good, and Freeman tracks it down. Now it's Lewis, his open 3. Good start for the Redbirds. They've ripped off 8 in a row to open the game.
Lewis doesn't take a lot of threes, but 9 of 20 now on the season with that 3-point make.
Yeah, 42% shooter from beyond the arc. It's not his forte, but he's pretty good at it. And now the ball's on the floor as Lewis starts a steal there, but it was kicked. Lewis on the floor trying to come away with it.
So Ball State should get a reset of the shot clock to 20, which they do. But you can see Illinois State, very concerted effort. Defensively, they are closing out on the 3-point line. Active hands right now in this early going. That's sometimes have been an issue for the Redbirds defensively, is that their hands get down by their sides too often and allow too many easy shots and passes, but that's not the case right now.
A steal after that pass went off of Reeves' knee. Now it's Freeman, looks for Chapman. Instead goes to Lewis. His second 3-point shot is missed. Chapman keeps it alive. Now Freeman's going to dial up a 3.
I like the idea of getting players other than Reeves involved in the offense. He's the only player on the floor for Illinois State who hasn't attempted a shot yet.
Driving and drawing contact, Myron Thomas. He'll get to the free throw line. Ball State without a field goal in the first 3 minutes of the game, but have a chance to score from the foul line.
Yeah, only taken 3 shots. Good drive there by Myron Thomas, met by Chapman at the rim. Chapman, who leads the Valley right now, 1.8 blocks per game. and also top 3 in rebounding.
Josiah Strong on the court for the Redbirds.
Here's a player who's been big off the bench since moving to the bench. Redbirds are 4-1 since Strong has come out of the starting lineup. He's averaging 12 a game. How about that game against Chicago State?
Yeah.
6 of 8 from downtown.
Ryan Schmidt, who just checked into the game, couldn't corral that rebound. It's off of him and out of bounds, so Ball State gets it back. James Whitford trying to encourage his team. His team's scoreless in the first 3+ minutes of this basketball game.
He's done a really good job with Ball State. Bit of a down year last season, but did have an 18-win campaign back in 2019-20 and really turned this program around when he came in 9 years ago.
First bucket of the afternoon, that's Peyton Sparks. Again, the freshman who's averaging 9 points and about 6 rebounds a game. A tremendous start to his Ball State career.
And one of the big things that James Whitford has done is been able to get some of the best talent from the state of Indiana to decide to go to Ball State. So he has signed 10 Indiana All-Stars over the course of his time as the head coach. The prior 10 years, there'd only been 3 players had come to Ball State.
Now Reeves with 5 on the shot clock. Missed the 3. This is Sellers bringing the ball up the floor. Little shake and bake move on Lewis. The ball's out of bounds, going right back to the Redbirds.
Well, so far so good in terms of that guarding the perimeter key for Illinois State, forcing Ball State to try to take that ball to the hoop. Just 1 of 4 shooting. They've only been able to attempt 1 3-pointer.
This is Strong now. Nice slip down pass to Lewis. Bashir Jihad is checked in the game for the first time now for Ball State. And we're seeing Kunai Akri also in the game for Ball State. Just 1 field goal right now for the Cardinals in the first 4.5 minutes of the game. This is Akri in traffic. Flipped it up, can't get it to go, and Schmidt clears for the Redbirds.
You can see everything into the paint. Illinois State is funneling the ball there, and that's where they feel comfortable right now defensively against this Cardinals team.
Freeman penetrates and kicks, but his pass is picked off. Still on the floor, and Ball State comes away with it. Now a 3 from the corner. Tyler Cochran attempted that one. Redbird's going to bring it back up the floor. Cochran is a 36% three-point shooter, but he had an open look.
He doesn't shoot a ton of 3-pointers, but it does have an overall really good field goal percentage, over 49%.
Reeves with an offensive rebound. The Redbirds will reset the offense. Now Reeves penetrates down the lane, and a blocking foul on Ball State.
Oh, Illinois State sharing the ball well. A couple of assists on 4 made baskets so far in this game. This ball was a good pass to Reeves. Had room to drive.
Great start to the season for Reeves. 12th in the country in scoring. He was in the top 10 really for the first month. But still, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, when you're averaging over 20 points a game, you're doing it right. And every scouting report out there says, stop this guy, and he's been able to score.
Yeah, I mean, and I know, again, for Ball State, you mentioned that's a key for them. That's almost too obvious to say, but when you look at a couple of the games the Redbirds have lost this year, Murray State and Jackson State in particular, those 2 teams really made sure to focus on Reeves, and he had his 2 worst offensive rating games in those losses. So, you just got to try to make someone else do the damage.
Redbirds back in transition. Chapman picks up the loose ball and finishes.
Now the problem right now for Ball State is other players are doing the damage, as Reeves only has 2 points, but as a team, the Cardinals are only 1 of 7 shooting with a couple of turnovers.
Redbirds really doing a number on Ball State defensively. 1 and done again as Chapman comes away with the defensive rebound.
1 and done is probably just music to Dan Muller's ears.
And now a steal, though. Good hands from Cochran back up the floor, and a kick out. Bumbalo passed on the shot. Now back to the corner. Cochran's three is in.
Yeah, Cochran is someone they need to step up as this season goes on. Bumbalo has been their real steady performer, but a couple of guys, Thomas, Cochran, that are 9 points a game, 10 points a game, maybe need to step it up slightly heading in towards their conference season if they want to have a successful year in the MAC.
Chapman with 7 on the shot clock. Now Freeman. A kick to the corner. Josiah Strong penetrates, and he's going to get to the free throw line.
What I like about Illinois State there in that possession is, they had a couple of opportunities to shoot fairly open three-pointers, but not settling, attacking the Ball State defense that has been pretty porous this year. His opponents shoot almost 46% against the Cardinals and almost 80 points a game. So if you're the Redbirds offensively, if you are patient, you're going to find holes to the rim, and that's what's happening right now.
Strong, one of the bright spots in that Redbird loss in Muncie a year ago, had 14 points against Ball State. Redbirds are sending Howard Fleming Jr. back in the game now, as you see Reeves go to the bench for a quick breather. The Redbird lead is 11. We've played 7 minutes here at Redbird Arena. Liam McChesney nearly got a steal there, but knocked it out of bounds.
Ball State can get a little loose with the basketball. They'll turn it over a good amount of times. They're up over 14 turnovers a game, but a lot of them come in those kind of mental mistake categories, unforced types of turnovers.
Another corner three is in, and so the Cardinals have hit them from consecutive shots as Jalen Sellers knocked that one down, this time from the left corner. Strong's going to penetrate again. McChesney for three. He hit one last week in a game, or Tuesday night, and that's
spot on the bench as the 6th man for him, so hopefully he'll be able to get back out there pretty quickly as they check on him at the end of the bench right now.
Ball stayed a little bit more in rhythm the last couple of trips down the floor, and then they dropped it out of bounds.
Exactly what I was talking about. I mean, I would say that goes in the unforced column, but Illinois State's defense is really getting up on them on beyond the three-point line, so put a little extra pressure on the Cardinals' offense there.
There's a block shot. Reeves tried to penetrate it, swatted out of there. Now Cochran quickly back down the floor for Ball State. He's working on Freeman, has a little bit of a mismatch there, and Josiah Strong back in the game for Illinois State, so that's encouraging. He takes a spot next to the man shooting the free throw, Tyler Cochran, who makes good on the three-point play, and then he'll leave the game. So Cochran came off the bench and gave his team a little bit of a lift, knocked down a three from the corner, and then just finished off a three-point play.
So far through the first 8+ minutes here, Illinois State rebounding well defensively. Cardinals only have 1 offensive rebound on 11 field goal attempts. 4 for 11 is Ball State shooting. Just a couple of turnovers for the Redbirds thus far.
Chapman again, he'll get right back to the free throw line. Redbirds trying to exert some physicality inside here.
And they definitely have had the advantage in the paint right now, outscoring Ball State 8-2. As you see, Chapman going to work, very patient there. No double team coming, and going against redshirt junior Blake Huggins there for Ball State.
Cy Chapman coming off a 16.7 rebound game on Tuesday in the win over Quincy. Only played 17 minutes of the game, so very effective in his short time on the floor.
Yeah, it's not as many minutes in that game for the Redbirds against the Division II team Quincy. Had 42 points in the paint in that game, as they should have, as Quincy was without a couple of their big guys out of the paint.
This is Thomas, works on McChesney, reach in though. It looked like Fleming may have got a clean look at that, but the officials think otherwise.
Yeah, the whistle came, a second later than maybe you would normally hear. It's tough to tell from our angle whether or not it was all ball. If he got a piece of the arm, referee definitely had a better view than we did.
Catch and shoot. Bumbalo quickly with a three, his first make of the game.
Well, those plays, that's where Illinois State can't fall asleep. Inbounds plays, that's where you get really good-looking three-pointers just like that. And what are they going to call? Looks like another block.
All right.
Ball State foul charge number 44.
So far, the Redbirds, of every collision under the basket, has gone their way so far.
Take advantage of the free throw line. Of course, a really good free throw shooting team. Yeah, you can see the Ball State defender came flying in there at the end.
That's Blake Huggins. He's only played in a couple of games. This is game number 3 for him, but the Redbirds have so much more size right now than Ball State. We thought he might get in the game, and here he is in the first 10 minutes of the game on the floor.
Redbirds get bailed out there a little bit as Reeves was caught in the air, threw it to no one. The last touch by Ball State.
Five on the shot clock. Josiah Strong. Ball kept alive out of bounds. It's going to go to Ball State.
Yeah, it went off the back of the backboard there. Redbirds are already in the bonus right now as well, so that's with 10:35 left in the first half. They get a chance to really take advantage of their solid free throw shooting, already 7 of 9 today.
And a steal. It's Reeves that comes away with it.
It was just Sellers just dribbling it off his foot and not able to corral it.
Yeah, but a little stutter step and a traveling violation whistled against Antonio Reeves.
Ball State has had Demarius Jacobs be the man shadowing Reeves, and he's done a pretty good job thus far. 0 for 3 from the field. There's only 2 points coming at the free throw line.
Redbirds have turned it over 3 times, and Ball State with 4 turnovers here in the first 10 minutes of the game. This is Jacobs, knocks down the shot. He looked at the official as if he thought he was fouled as well. Demarius Jacobs, playing in his home state, the Chicago native, played his high school basketball at Uplift Academy, St. Louis University transfer, and scores his first points. Chapman with the jam.
And not a chance for Huggins to defend that at the elbow. As soon as Chapman got that basketball, he knew he was going to roll to his left and easily got the step for the finish.
And another Ball State turnover. Myron Thomas had a quick look on the baseline, then tried to throw it out, nobody there.
I mentioned a couple of possessions ago that Reeves is 0 for 3 from the field. The rest of the team, 7 of 11. So that is, you don't want to see Reeves 0 for 3, but the positive out of that is the rest of the team is performing on the offensive end.
And Dan Muller said that this week. He knows that he's got a 20-point scorer in Reeves, but he said it's nice to have guys like Chapman and Lewis, and of course Mark Freeman's got a 30-point game under his belt this season. It's nice to have other weapons.
Yeah, I mentioned the Missouri State game where it was Josiah Strong who really did a lot of the damage most of the game, and then it was Reeves in the overtime that took control.
Swatted away. Jacobs had a shot block. Redbirds back in transition, and a foul against Reeves as he tried to take it to the rim. And there's that shot blocking prowess of the Redbirds, 9th in the country in block shots, averaging just under 7 a game. And that shot was just erased as Jacobs had a little bit of daylight, and then he had a shot taken away from him.
Yes. Illinois State probably, again, feels pretty confident playing in the paint against Ball State.
Well, here you go with Illinois State already in the bonus and Reeves at the foul line. Illinois State's largest lead early in this game was 11, and it's at 8 right now.
Two advantage points in the paint right now for the Redbirds, and They're out rebounding Ball State 11-7. And you can hear the bench and the electricity, the defensive prowess right now of Illinois State, forcing a tough three-pointer from Cochran.
Right. The Redbirds defensively have really played with some intensity here this afternoon.
And defense has been normally the calling card for Dan Muller's Illinois State's team. Not as much this season, but showing promising signs today.
And Cochran lost the ball off the back of his foot, but a reach-in foul on Fleming.
That's a tough one if you're Fleming. I mean, Cochran was a bit out of control, loses control of it.
And another look at it here. We're seeing Malcolm Miller now. He checks in. He hasn't played in 5 games now for the Redbirds, so his first appearance in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks.
Active hands today for Illinois State, that's for sure. They've only been called for 4 fouls thus far. A couple of steals. Only credited for 1 block shot. I feel like they got 2 or maybe 3.
Yeah, that number might change after the game if they take a look at the official tally here. Redbirds are going to try to come away with it. It's Cochran. How did he come away with it? Offensive rebound from Thomas. They'll try to reload the offense. Bumbelow from outside, no good. Cochran, another offensive look, and another shot for Bumbelow. And another offensive rebound for Cochran, and this time he's one of the top scorers in the country.
Yeah, one of 4 players that do so. Yeah, 3.5 three-pointers made per game on the season. The last 2 games, 10 of 15. Mentioned off the top. The last 4 games, 15 of 27. But yeah, he might be scoreless in terms of field goals today, but the rest of his team is 7 for 12 shooting.
Chapman's going to step back. It's a little bit outside of his typical shooting range. Cochran's going to take it all the way down, split the defense and flip it in. The Northern Illinois transfer has given the Cardinals a nice little lift off the bench.
I like the idea by Cochran. Things haven't been working offensively. And so he attacks early into the paint. Doesn't let Illinois State get set up there at the rim.
He's got 8 points. Now Chapman. A little jump hook that won't go. Tipped out by Lewis, but controlled by Cochran of Ball State. Bumbelow trails the play. His 3. Missed. Long rebound, though. But Cardinals get it back.
Well, we've seen 3 offensive rebounds in the last few moments, and they've all been kind of, long rebounds off of missed 3-pointers, which are sometimes, those are the hardest to rebound defensively. But the Redbirds defensively, after the fact, have stayed strong, and, well, another one of those just bad turnovers by Ball State. Bumbelow, that pass closer to me than anybody on Ball State. I don't think you want to do that.
Ryan Schmidt now back in the game, so Malcolm Miller and Chapman to the Redbird bench. Reeves and Josiah Strong have come back on the floor for the Redbirds with a basketball and a 6-point advantage as we approach the 6-minute mark left in this first half. Reeves tries to create offensive foul.
Well, it's good recognition by Reeves. Had Bumbelow on him, knew he could drive by. But good step over defensively to take that charge.
Yeah, Peyton Sparks, the freshman center, accepted that charge. Cochran wants the basketball right now. I think he's feeling it. Bumbelow on a double team. Now Sparks. Now this is Cochran for 3. That's missed, but it's off of Ryan Schmidt and out of bounds, and so the Cardinals will maintain possession, it appears. Nope, they're going to say it was off Ball State. Redbird basketball.
Well, neither team offensively is on pace to what their numbers usually are, and I guess you could say the same with their defensive numbers. Everything pointed to a high-scoring game. That's usually how it is. We've
Yeah.
got a low-scoring first half thus far.
Lewis to Schmidt on the baseline, looking for help. He missed it. Redbirds are scoreless in their last 3.5 minutes.
Ball State hasn't really taken advantage, though. They're 1 for their last 8.
And now another Redbird steal. It's Freeman up the floor. Josiah Strong in rhythm, knocks down a 3 right in front of the Ball State bench.
Well, a lot of the turnovers by Ball State have been dead ball turnovers or situations where the Redbirds haven't been able to run off of them. Different story here. Get the ball moving in transition, flip it to the weak side, and you get a wide open shot by Strong.
Good penetration, that time from Thomas. I'm sorry, that was Mickey Pearson, who's in the game now, and he's going to get to the free throw line. Pearson's a TCU transfer. He's played in all 9 games this year. He's averaging about 16 minutes a game and a little over 5 points a game, so he's got a chance to get in the scorebook here at the foul line. Redbirds are sending Abdu Jai in the game for the first time. Jalen Sellers has come back in now for Ball State. Jai, another one of the Illinois State shot blockers. Big, long wingspan for Jai, 6'9", 200. And so both free throws go in. It's a 7-point Illinois State lead, 4.5 to go in the first half. Freeman trying to create, flipped it up, can't get it. Jai tried to keep it alive, but it's taken away. This is Sellers back in the front court now for Ball State. Reach-in foul on McChesney of Illinois State.
I don't mind that. I mean, it's only your, well, now it is your 17th foul, so it will be 1 and 1. They might pull back on that pressure just a bit, but that's what's been helping them out defensively, holding Ball State to just 33% shooting. And
yeah, both teams struggling right now to make shots from the floor. They're getting their points at the free throw line.
Ball State, 57% of their points this season, three-pointers and free throws. And with this free throw, they have 14 of their 22 points from those two categories. I can tell you that's over 50%.
Yes. Freeman again. Now it's McChesney. Under 4 minutes to go in this first half. Strong for 3. He knocks that one down. He's got a couple of three-point makes now for Illinois State. Redbirds have gone away from trying to get it inside the last few trips down, but if Strong's going to make three-pointers, you'll take that. Nice backdoor cut, and a basket goes in. Some contact, but no whistle. And that's what Demarius Jacobs wanted, but he got a nice feed, a nice little bounce pass from Acree.
Good recognition by Jacobs there. Saw that Acree had nowhere to go, back to the basket, so nice cut down that right side.
Reeves' floater is in. That's his first made field goal of the game, and it comes with just under 3 minutes to go in the half. Five points now for Reeves, Illinois State's leading scorer. Ball on the floor, and it's Illinois State that comes away with it. That's the 9th Ball State turnover. Freeman with a little stutter step. He got by his defender, but lost.
Ball State has the rebounding advantage +4, but Illinois State has just the 5 turnovers, 9 for Ball State.
Chapman on a little give and go. Now he gets it back to Lewis. Chapman's open, about a 12-footer. Missed it. Offensive rebound, Liam McChesney.
And even though Ball State has the rebounding advantage and one more offensive rebound, Illinois State has a +4 advantage in second chance points. So they are holding their own right now in that paint battle. They're winning that battle for sure.
Sparks lost the dribble, flips it down low. Cochran, difficult shot from underneath the basket, flipped it in.
Probably could have got a foul on Lewis there, who didn't keep his arms straight up, kind of came down a bit on him, but did not get the foul called against him.
Cochran, the first player in double figures here this afternoon. He has 10. Fleming works the baseline and a kick out to Lewis. 9 on the shot clock. Somehow he got it to Chapman, who was bumped again as he took it to the basket.
Well, in that sequence, Chapman had an open corner three. He fought the temptation. 2, 3, 4 passes later, you end up getting a good chance at the rim and drawing another foul. So that's what you want to do if you're Illinois State against this Ball State defense. Sure, if you can go early in transition, get a good look in those first 5 seconds or so of the shot clock. But if not, pull it back, run your offense. Things are going to open up eventually, especially in the lane, as we have seen as this game has gone on.
Sparks lost the dribble, now gives it up. This is Thomas with 7 on the shot clock. He'll penetrate on McChesney, missed the shot, tipped out, controlled by Lewis of the Redbirds. Fleming's pass is kicked out of bounds. Jacobs got his foot in the way, and now Freeman is going to check back in for Illinois State. He'll take the spot in the lineup for Fleming. So 37 seconds remain here in the half, and now the Cardinals are going to make a couple of changes as well. They'll bring Pearson back on the floor.
See if maybe you run something here quick, get a quick shot, try 2 for 1. 37 seconds left in the half. Trying to get this lead double figures if you're Illinois State. Well, seems like instead they'll just run the offense as normal.
Strong again. That's his favorite spot so far today. He's got 3 3-point makes, all from this 3 weeks. He's now in a groove. You mentioned he had 6 3-point makes at Chicago State last weekend, and he's got 3 here in the first half for his 10 points.
Yeah, he and Reeves were combined 12 of 16 in that game against Chicago State from 3. The rest of the team was 1 for 5, but he'll take 13 of 21 overall as a team.
Cardinals trying to get in the scoring column here at the end of the half, and they do. Bumbelow knocks down a 3, and that's going to be the final shot. Antonio Reeves, Cy Chapman, Howard Fleming Jr., Mark Freeman, and Kendall Lewis to open the second half for Illinois State. And Howard Fleming with a steal right away on the first possession of the second half.
So Ball State putting Cochran into the lineup here in the second half. He was a spark, so they want that to continue here.
Chapman trying to work his way in. 6 on the shot clock. Redbirds go right back to him, and now a kick out. Deep 3, Reeves in.
Good job by Chapman. He had that double team come first, so kicked it back out. He reestablished down low. They didn't double that time. They cleared through the paint. They let him have that open lane to kick it out to the weak side.
And an answer 3 on the other side. That's Myron Thomas, but he collided with a teammate. And so they blow the play dead as Jacobs is slow to get up. And it looks like he's going to leave the game.
Yeah, I did not see exactly what happened there. It's kind of odd because it was a 3-point shot that went down by Thomas, and then he saw a body hit the floor.
So Sellers re-enters the game now. And Redbirds have it back. Cy Chapman, little floater is in.
So in the first possession, he set up on the left block, had a double, passed out of it, then decided to kick out. This time he works on the other side of the paint and goes to work immediately, spins towards the rim.
Yeah, Chapman with 10 points now. He and Strong each with 10 for the Redbirds. Nice spin move on the baseline, but Thomas couldn't finish.
Chance for transition here.
Freeman behind the back to Fleming. They're going to work it down low again to Chapman. He backs in on Thomas, draws some double team. Good defense that time by the Cardinals. It's cleared by the freshman Sparks.
Illinois State showing different looks, though, down offensively. Chapman on either side of the paint. That's going to be a goaltend.
Yep. Cochran beat his defender by a step, and so give him the basket, and he's got 12.
The rule of that got the backboard before Chapman got his hand on it.
And now an offensive foul as Chapman is called for the charge, and it was Sparks who took it again. He's taken a couple of charges here this afternoon.
Well, he was certainly there waiting for it. I guess it's just a matter of whether you deem that the contact was worthy of the foul itself. Obviously, Sparks hit the floor on it.
That's the second personal on Chapman. Sparks saves that ball from going out of bounds, and he gets it back and he finishes. Thomas gave it to him, and now 3-point opportunity for Ball State.
Yeah, bad breakdown there for Illinois State. Left him just standing there underneath the rim. Everybody was kind of watching the shooter, and then you compound it by, well, really just a soft foul at the rim. This one just let the guy slam it home and live for another possession.
A little jawing going on after that dunk between the two sides, but it's Peyton Sparks with the 3-point plays. He makes good on the free throw. Ryan Schmidt is now back in for the Redbirds, and we're seeing Josiah Strong in the game as well for Illinois State.
See Bumbelow fighting through those screens to stay with Reeves.
Big three make for Fleming. Howard Fleming Jr. knocks down the three, his first points of the game.
Guy who's been guarding Reeves most of the day. Jacobs, of course, the one who saw got shaken up just a few minutes ago. So you have Bumbelow. Did a pretty good job defensively against Reeves, but it's been the other Redbirds that have been stepping up. Strong with 10, Chapman with 10, Lewis has got 9.
Schmidt got tangled up with Peyton Sparks and is whistled for the foul. So we've seen a lot of whistles on contact here to open the second half. That's a block this time. Lewis comes over, took it right out of Myron Thomas's hands. Reeves on the other end couldn't finish. Tried to keep the ball alive, out of bounds to Illinois State.
You don't officially really get the defense to offense points in this exchange, but that was a great play by Lewis, exploding at the rim, meeting the basketball, and then springing the transition offense. Reeves, a pretty move. Just couldn't finish it, but great job to keep it alive and at least get the Redbird offense 20 more seconds on the shot clock to work with.
Mickey Pearson now in the game for Ball State. Reeves. He's knocked down his first two jumpers of the second half.
Reeves again shooting over that defense. Jacobs back out there. He's able to stay with him through that screen, staying, fighting through, not switching, of course. They don't want to switch a big man onto Reeves, I don't think.
Bumbelow tries to get freed up, and now a shoot on Fleming. Rebound to Lewis. Strong. And a foul on Bowling Green on the schedule for the Cardinals.
There's one more non-conference game for them before they burst into their Mid-American Conference schedule.
3 ball is missed. That time from Jihad, and the Redbirds come back down the floor with a basketball and a 10-point advantage. Schmidt is fouled. Nice feed from Fleming, and so it'll be Ryan Schmidt to the foul line.
Redbirds haven't really utilized that play much in terms of the pick and roll. They're setting the screens out high a lot for a guy like Reeves, but this is the first time I can remember in this game today that they've had Schmidt slip to the hoop there.
And so Schmidt, the transfer from Des Moines Area Community College, to the free throw line. He and Liam McChesney have given Illinois State some nice bench minutes, some length, some size. Newcomers in that Redbird rotation. And he makes good on both free throws. And the 12-point lead is the largest of the game for the Redbirds. And another Redbird block. Good defense that time, and it's Reeves that comes away with it. Fleming, rhythm 3. That's in. He's knocked down a couple of three-pointers here in the second half.
Good court vision by Reeves. He didn't see really Fleming. He just kind of felt him come up from that right side, be open on the right wing, the trailer.
Acree misses the 3, and now the Redbirds have a chance to really start stepping on the gas pedal here. Intercepted, though. Jacobs comes away with it. Bumbelow down the floor, and he's fouled. Strong didn't want to give him an opportunity.
Yeah, Ball State needs something to go for them offensively. Saw a couple of possessions here where they're all 5 guys are out beyond the three-point line, and they're just trying to dribble, drive, find something. So, ability for transition here.
Yeah, the Redbirds have made life very difficult for Luke Bumbelow today. Just 2 out of 9 shooting from the floor. He has not been comfortable at all. And now a steal. The pass intended for Bumbelow, and Reeves will finish. The 11th Ball State turnover turns into a dunk on the other end. Redbirds have 13 points off those 11 Cardinals turnovers. A 17-point Illinois State advantage.
12-0 run.
Reach in foul on Strong as he tried to poke the ball away from Pearson.
Well, they called it on Lewis, actually, not on the reach in by Strong.
Well, Cochran's going to come back in. Tyler Cochran with a 12-point game inside. A quick pass off the inbounds. They've done that a couple times. Pearson scored on that play. Back in the first half, it was a quick entry pass to Bumbelow, who knocked down a 3.
Yeah, their 2 easiest shots today have been on inbound plays.
Fleming tries to penetrate, and he's going to take it down and flip it in. A great second half so far for Howard Fleming Jr. Scoreless in the first half, 8 second half points now.
Little subtle move by Fleming there. He used his eyes to look off like he was maybe going to dump it down. That drew the big man just slightly away, opens up the rim for the easy lay-in.
And Strong comes away with a steal. He stayed in bounds somehow and finishes.
Illinois State's. They have not allowed Ball State to have an offensive rebound here in this second half. Cardinals shooting 4 of 10. Illinois State shooting 8 of 10. Plus 13 in those points off turnovers and second chance point categories for Illinois State combined. Well, if Ball State has a chance to get back in this game, it's going to be free throw shooting because they're in bonus the rest of this second half. But they are not a very strong free throw shooting team. Just 66% as a team, bottom third of the MAC.
This is Myron Thomas from Cleveland. Started his career at Maryland Eastern Shore.
Eastern Shore of Maryland, very beautiful place.
Cochran with an offensive rebound, and he's going to flip that one up. Can't get it to go. Lewis clears. Reeves to Lewis. He's open for 3.
I like the unselfish play by Reeves. He had a step to the rim, it looked like, instead of challenging the bigs for Ball State. He kicked it out.
Lewis comes away with a loose ball. How about another Antonio Reeves 3? It seemed like it took him forever to get his first field goal of the game, but now he's got 15 points on 5 out of 9 shooting.
Now 16 points off of transition for Illinois State. Mostly coming off of turnovers.
Strong shot in and out. McChesney with an offensive rebound and put back. This might be the best half of basketball the Redbirds have played all year. And Schmidt's going to pick up his.
Redbirds are now shooting over 56% for the game, while Ball State is down at 38%.
Redbirds have cooled off from that 80% shooting percentage in the second half to a whopping 71%, huh?
8 of 10 to start this half, right?
Yeah, great second half for Illinois State. Fleming is fouled. The reach-in on Jalen Sellers.
Redbirds have spread it around pretty well. You got 3 double-figure scores in Reeves, Strong, and Chapman, and then Lewis has 9.
Yeah, it's been very good balance for Illinois State. Now Chapman with a double team on him finds the open Strong, and he nails another 3 from the corner. That's his 4th 3-point make of the game. He's got 15.
Redbirds now have 12 assists on 23 made baskets as well.
Sellers penetrates and scores off the glass there.
Freeman, the only guy today who's played extended minutes who hasn't scored for Illinois State.
Fleming had a nice look at the 3 but couldn't get it to go. Cochran quickly back up the floor, takes it all the way down. Had a shot swatted out of there. Both Chapman and Fleming defensively got him. It's Sparks at the timeline fouled Fleming.
And you see Cochran was grasping at that right foot, right ankle, but you're right, he had no chance. 2 shot blockers there.
Yeah, the Redbird defense has made life difficult on Ball State. The Cardinals just 2 of their last 10 from the floor. Redbirds have taken this one over. Here's Freeman. Now Strong, hot hand, still shooting it well. Another 3. He had 6 at Chicago State. He's got 5 here in this one.
Well, he likes that side of the floor. When I say that, because on this side, he's been shooting from the left wing, and now to our left, he's shooting on the right wing. So he likes being, I guess, on the far side on your screen, knocking down the threes in front of the benches.
Bumbelow had the ball stripped. Now Strong in the front court in transition.
And he's also gotten a couple of dunks in the second half as well.
Bumbelow in traffic, can't get it to go. Sparks an offensive rebound, and that one he sticks back in.
Everything just so tough for Ball State to get shots off, get to the rim.
Strong. Bang! Another three-pointer. That's 6 in the game, and a 23-point effort off the bench for Josiah Strong.
The rotation on the basketball is a pretty sight, especially from this vantage point. You knew that one was going in right off the hands.
8 of 10 shooting on the game for Josiah Strong. My goodness.
So Strong has 6 three-pointers today.
Yeah, that shooting percentage is going up. He was a 41% three-point shooter coming into the game.
So it's his second 6 three-pointer game in the last 3 games. He made 5 in that Missouri State game, 5 of 8 in that contest.
Yeah, once he gets going. Freeman. Now Cochran to bring the ball back up the floor. Cochran thought about the three, instead drives and flips and can't get it, but he's fouled. It was Fleming who got him right at the rim.
Got him really on that follow-through, did Fleming, after Cochran had taken that shot. Hard fall there for Cochran. All Redbirds here in the second half. They got a 30-point lead here in Normal on this Saturday afternoon.
Illinois State with a 30-point lead here at home on Ball State. The Redbirds will have a Tuesday afternoon game against Texas San Antonio before they'll take a little break for Christmas, play at Wisconsin next Wednesday, and then begin Missouri Valley Conference play on Sunday, January the 2nd with a road game at Valparaiso. And you got a good look at the red-hot Josiah Strong staying in the game. 23 points in 23 minutes, and he's made 6 out of 7 from beyond the three-point line. What a game.
Added 3 rebounds, couple of assists, just 1 turnover. It's pretty good. He can point a minute. If you're averaging 40 points over 40 minutes, you'll take that.
This is Abdu Jai in the game now. Works the baseline. He's cut off. Reeves floats. He may have stepped on the baseline. He did.
9 turnovers now for the game for the Redbirds. It's a good number when their season average is over 15. It's a real big reason why they lost here on their home floor to Jackson State. That was a real tough one after the big win over Missouri State. Somewhat of a letdown, and 25 points off of turnovers that Jackson State had that proved to be a huge difference in a 6-point win.
Now Reeves, little floater. He scored again. Slow starting, big finish now for Reeves. Again, averaging 21 a game for the Redbirds. He's got 17 here. Baseline jumper no good. Kept alive though. Now trying to use the other side of the rim, but it's swatted away. Acree thought he had a good look at the basket, but he had it swatted away.
Yeah, he got the 2 big men up in the air, thought he was in the clear, but Josiah Strong from behind, swiping it away.
And Strong goes to the bench with a nice round of applause. He might be done for the night. Malcolm Miller back on the floor again, the second time here today. We mentioned he'd not seen any action for 5 straight games, so Miller with the basketball right here, number 34. Alston Andrews in the game also for the first time for Illinois State. I'm sorry, Iman Washington. Not Andrews, that's Washington with it. Freeman tried to hit a little floater from the baseline. He airballed it. Here come the Cardinals back in transition. Taking it all the way down, but missing the shot was Jacobs and cleared by Illinois State. It's been that kind of an afternoon for Ball State.
Yeah, shooting percentage now down below 35% for the game, and just 6 of 21 shooting here in the second half, where they've been outscored 39-17.
Malcolm Miller's 3 is missed. Long rebound goes to Cochran.
See some of the issues that have plagued Ball State this season. Unforced turnovers have led to some fast breaks for Illinois State. 18 points off of fast breaks for Illinois State. And, you know, reliable thing for Ball State has been their shooting. 44% overall, almost 40% from 3. And today, as I mentioned, less than 35% overall, and they're 5 of 18 shooting the 3, and a lot of the credit has to go to the Illinois State defense. They came out from the first moment of this game, were really aggressive on the ball, out beyond the three-point line, not allowing any easy dribbling out there, any easy passes out there. The shots that Ball State has gotten today have been ones that they have earned. They've had to work very hard. And one of the things for Illinois State is that they have the longest defensive possession time in the country, almost 19 seconds of defense per possession for Illinois State. And so usually, see if we got a bucket here off an offensive rebound. No, but usually that indicates, you know, really strong defensive teams. Look at some of the teams down there, Purdue, Virginia, strong defensive teams. Illinois State, you wouldn't say is a strong defensive team. It's been teams that have been able to just kind of wear them down and get easy shots at the end. But the case today, they have been all over Ball State defensively and not given up too many easy opportunities.
Jacobs, the last basket for Ball State. McChesney misses the 3. And the Cardinals have it back up into the front court. This is Pearson. Works on McChesney again. Takes it to the rim and scores. And an opportunity for a 3-point play for Mickey Pearson.
If Dan Mother, Illinois State, you love having a game like this. You're up by 25 with 4:36 left. You can bring out the regulars, the starting lineup, get them some extra rest here at the end of this half. Fairly quick turnaround to come back and play on Tuesday. Afternoon game against UTSA, the Roadrunners.
Yeah, the only starter on the floor right now is Howard Fleming Jr. And you've got 4 reserve players getting some minutes here at the end. Haruna Sissoko in the game. It's his first appearance here this afternoon. Sissoko had a season-high 12 minutes in the game on Tuesday against Quincy. Here's Jai with a jumper that goes in. Bumbalow's had a difficult day. Tries to shoot over Washington. He's been guarded by guys with longer wingspan all afternoon long. It's really bothered him.
Yeah, he's 2 for 12 today.
This is Iman Washington. Upcoming games here on that Missouri Valley Conference schedule. And again, the Redbirds will be home here Tuesday afternoon in a game that Scott and I will bring to you before the players take a little Christmas vacation, a little break for a couple of days, and then they're going to be on the road at Big Ten foe Wisconsin the week between Christmas and New Year's. Tiamu Sawakis in the game for the first time for Ball State. Josh Bryant also on the floor for the Cardinals, as James Whitford's also playing some of his bench players.
And they've also brought in Luke Brown, very highly touted player out of the state of Indiana, the 4th all-time leading scorer in Indiana high school basketball history, and he was eligible to play today. He really just had his first shoot-around with this program, and here comes maybe his first shot.
Yeah, very high accolades in high school, and transfer and playing at Ball State. Well, we got a ball stuck up in between the flange and the backboard.
And a blocking foul. Yeah, for Brown, he graduated high school back in the spring. Back in May. Was going to go to Stetson. In fact, did go to Stetson, enrolled there. After a couple of weeks of summer classes, kind of decided this isn't for me. Transferred to Ball State. Had to sit out the first semester, and now he is eligible. And for talking with people around the program, they expect a jolt of life because he's from just about 20 miles away from Muncie, where they banged out the stadium there, the arena there, for his games. And they're thinking they're going to get some extra people at their home games. Again, 4th all-time leading high school scorer in Indiana. Of course, the all-time leading scorer, Larry Bird. I don't know the two in between, though. It's a good trivia if someone
I
could wrangle it up.
I thought Damon Bailey was the all-time scoring leader in Indiana.
Oh, I was told
High
it was
school.
still. I was told it was Larry.
I might have to look that up.
Yeah. Sure. Now, when Larry played high school basketball in Indiana, they didn't have the three-point shot.
That's a big difference. Big difference.
See if I can effort to figure this out.
Blake Huggins to the free throw line for Ball State as we're under 3 minutes left in this one. Spent all Redbirds here in the second half. An 8-point halftime lead, and they've turned it into a 30-point game. Sissoko lost the ball, got it back, looking for help. This is Jalen Johnson. He's a walk-on in the game now.
Well, looks like you're right.
And Brown knocks down the jumper. There you go. Luke Brown's first career points. He makes a 3.
So the list I'm looking at, you're right. Damon Bailey,
Yeah.
all-time leading scorer, 1990.
Well, Luke Brown will remember that he played his first collegiate game at Illinois State. This is Iman Washington with an offensive rebound. He stuck it back in. Washington, the sophomore from Atlanta, getting some minutes and contributing. He came off a 20-minute effort, a season high against Quincy on Tuesday. Oh, nice little soft jump hook there from Blake Huggins. In our final 90 seconds here.
Well, that'll teach me to not, research the information on my own, because it's funny, I look at this list, I don't even see Larry Bird anywhere on the list.
It's not a bad guess. I mean, you may as well,
I suppose,
Bird
right?
is a really good one. Austin Andrews, the miss. Yeah, the advent of the three-point shot certainly helped change scoring totals
a lot
across
of these,
the country.
See, a lot of these years are 90s and
Yeah.
2000s. Got Romeo Langford, who's the 5th all-time scorer, plays for the Boston Celtics now.
Sissoko down the lane off a nice feed from Iman Washington. So Haruna Sissoko to the free throw line.
Ball State foul charge to number 44, Blake Huggins. His third personal.
And now Nick Stottleman, the second of Illinois State's walk-ons, is at the scorer's table ready to check in. Now, the last 2 games, Illinois State's been able to go deep into its bench, and that's always nice, especially right before Christmas time. Kind of feel good to get your entire roster in a basketball game. Stottleman in, replacing Malcolm Miller.
I know I'm going on this Luke Brown tangent because I'm super interested now. Look at these numbers, but he averaged his last 3 years of high school 35, 32, 32 points per game.
Here he is again, and making his second three-pointer. How do you like that? Welcome to college basketball, Luke Brown.
Whatever marketing Ball State has planned for their home game on Tuesday, I think they're going to work Luke Brown in somehow and get the the local kid get some more eyes and see how many more people they can get into their building.
Well, if you're Ball State, you got to have a couple of things to take away from this game, and that might be one of them. That Brown gets into the game and knocks down a couple of jumpers here. Our final 30 seconds of this one. Redbirds are going to improve to 7-5. Josh Bryan hits that one for Ball State, and that might be the last shot of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Redbirds just dribble it out here. An impressive effort in this second half. Illinois State with an 8-point halftime lead and ballooned that lead to 30 points. And the Redbirds